Hello, I'm Eileen. I'm a peak performance success coach, CEO of Balance and Power Inc. And as an EFT practitioner and anger management specialist and educator, I am going to introduce you to EFT today, and that is an amazing way of turning around anything that is negative in your life, emotional or physical. So you can transform issues, you can help eradicate physical problems, and it's about a very strong mind-body connection. It's called emotional freedom techniques, and you actually tap on meridian points that are at the surface. So you're tapping on meridian points without any needles, without any acupressure, so it's perfectly comfortable kind of thing. And you tap with certain words and in certain sequence that are based on Gary Craig's EFT shortened version. He originated this modality based on lots and lots of research, including Roger Callahan's kinesiology research and work, and it's also based on Dr. Carrington's choice method. So with that said, I'm going to start off by letting you know that EFT really does open up the meridian system. It's a way to allow you to shift your energy and your focus so we can rewire our nervous systems. And it's based on the simple statement that all negative emotions is a disruption in the body's energy system. So EFT is a form of energy work and energy psychology. The practitioner uses the NLP, neuro-linguistic training programming language along with it, and we see amazing results. So I am going to move into this in a minute and give you a demonstration for you to follow along with. I just want to say that you may know that depression is the #1 illness in this country, and anxiety, panic, fear and anger are all related to depression. So it's quite probable that someone you know and or yourself is involved with this at some level. And I do believe that the mind-body connection is so strong that working with this can also help to eliminate physical symptoms based on anxiety, such as headaches, digestive disorders, cardio problems, just to name a few, muscle aches and pains, of course. And being only human, I've experienced a lot of these symptoms, and EFT has helped me enormously, and my track record with my clients with these issues, and also with public speaking, which is the #1 fear in the world. It's pretty amazing. It bypasses fear of terrorism, the economy situation, and so on. So EFT works wonders with public speaking fear, reverses it in a few sessions. Okay, so with that said, let me say now that the tapping is basically with 2 fingers here, the pointer, the middle finger, going directly to a point. So here's the first point, the eyebrow point, and here's the next one. It's moderate tapping, don't hurt yourself, but you gotta feel it. The eye point, under the eye point, about 6 to 8 times tapping. You don't have to count. You'll know. Under the nose, under the chin, on the chin. The collarbone point, here's my collarbone, so I'm a little over and under a little bit, okay? You can use more fingers if you want, so you be sure to hit it. And under the arm. Now this one is not on my PDF diagram, however you can add it in. Under the ribs. And up here, very lightly, all your meridians meet on top of your head. It's a very powerful center. And as we tap, you could use both hands if you want. As we tap, the wonderful hormone serotonin, this collarbone point here, is being sent up to the amygdala. It's a center in your brain that deals with emotion. Oh, I did a little extra, that's okay. It doesn't, you know, it's one of these things where don't stress over doing too much, or if you get it out of order, it still works. Okay, we're going to do this last round. Now, while I am leading an EFT session, we work with language. I say some statements and so on related to your situation that we're working on, related to your issue. When we tap, we work with as specific issues as possible, and just to know that related issues always come up. So we work on that as well. We close a round of tapping with all the finger points are so sensitive. So that's what we do. All right, and then we would nice deep breath again and again and again. So before we do all this tapping, I ask you, or you ask yourself, to on a scale of 0 to 10 to determine what your level of distress is with your situation, all right, with your issue. So let's say, for instance, let's say an issue is I'm not exercising as much as I want to. So what's your level of distress with that? Let's say it's 7, 10 being the worst, highest, okay? So after 3 rounds of tapping with all of this and the words that I would help you with and that you would eventually say for yourself, then that number, you take that number again, that scale is 0 to 10, and you will see, hopefully, that is way, way down. And that is our goal for each session. Now the thing is, you would need to do this every day for a few weeks just to to just be sure, you know, to encourage yourself and encourage your mind-body connection to exercise. So even if you get down to 0, keep doing it for at least a few days. Now, what I haven't done with you yet is the setup phrase and the karate chop point and the sore spot. So this is what you do before we do all the rounds of tapping that we just did. The karate point chop, my thumbs are up, I'm chopping up on the fleshy side here of my hand, just about the first knuckle near the pinky, chop up, 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 and I say, depending, I'm going to use the exercise issue. Even though I'm not exercising as I know I can, I fully and deeply accept myself. Even though I'm not exercising like I used to, and I know it's good for me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though exercise isn't so much fun anymore. I choose to exercise for my well-being. And after 3 rounds, that was 3 rounds, 3 full points with Love and Accept Myself being Gary Craig's phrase of choice with a negative statement before it, and onto Dr. Carrington's choice method as my 3rd statement, I choose to exercise for my health. Then after 3 rounds of the karate chop, then we would go on to the tapping that we just did, several rounds of that, all right? With the reminder phrase or some more detailed phrases led by the practitioner and then eventually by yourself. And something that you can substitute for the karate chop is the sore spot, okay? This is the sore spot. It's not the collarbone point. It's just kind of, it's way below the collarbone, over towards your shoulder, on your chest. It's called the sore spot. It's a point of trauma. I asked an acupuncturist. All these points are related to meridians, so they, the acupuncturists understand what they're related to that way. And on my PDF, there is an explanation for each point. So that's kind of interesting, but you don't need to know that. Okay, it's like too much information sometimes. So anyway, this is a sore spot, and it's a little sore when you rub and rub, but it's a good sore. So you could go through the whole setup phrase. Even though I'm not exercising enough, I deeply and fully accept myself. Even though I'm not exercising like I used to, I choose to do more soon. Even though exercise isn't my favorite thing to do, I know it's good for my well-being, and I will start it today. All right, those are 3 examples. So it's the same words that you would do with this karate chop, and then you go on, and then you breathe and get your number again, and hopefully it's much lower than you're starting. So that's my little intro to you, and you can contact me for a free consult regarding your issue, and you can contact me either via email, on my website, and the website is balanceandpower.com. So the contact form is there, and you can also call me at 516-623-4353. I'm in New York, and I love to video Skype, so that is an excellent resource for coaching, especially with EFT, where we can see each other doing it. And it does work over the regular telephone as well, all right? So just that you know that, and I hope to hear from you soon. Be well and happy, and soar with resilience. That is the name of my book and my programs, and you can do that with EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. Take care now.